Hello and welcome to the first live broadcast of the 2020 Clash of Clans World Championship qualifiers.
Or maybe TK would be the guys to look for most from their squad. They're highly expected to be able to be the guys that get that triple down. So keep an eye out for both, well, for TK. From Resistance.
Well, yeah, it's looking strong, and we're going to go straight back into the action because we have Aphelion Esports taking on Resistance.
Yep. And we have Benji for Resistance coming in using those lightnings that we saw in the very first war as well. And I'm telling you, the lightning spell is back, and that might be one of the most common attack strategies that we're going to be seeing here today. And we've got the king coming down. Remember, if you take out that clan castle, you don't need to bring that poison spell, especially if you're coming with that Lalo, because nothing will come out to defend unless you find a bunch of air skellies, which maybe you might see nowadays being used a lot more. But that king running up around, the queen's going to try to loop her way in, maybe grab the enemy queen, but the enemy queen just has a little sliver of health right there. One shot, she should go down.
Gets the lock, and Benji will pop her down. Now, keep an eye on Benji's heroes. He actually doesn't have them maxed out. It's a level 73 Archer Queen and a level 70 Barbarian King. Not going to make a huge difference in this attack so far. Looks like they will be able to accomplish their early goals that they were set for in the bottom and right side corners of this attack. But he's moving in now to the second stage. He's still got a couple of free spells and a few haste spells to keep these balloons fast and on track. 2 headhunters in tow, but it looks like he won't need them to take down the enemy heroes. Just has them back up again.
Look at that Grand Warden. He's on a ground mode right now. He pulls some ground skeletons, pops that one Eternal Tome to protect the blimp to make its way all the way to this town hall here. Will it get there? And it looks like it is. The balloons are flying around. And the balloons trying to take this town hall down with the dragon, but the Grand Warden did get picked off right there because he was on ground. So he went down really fast. Benji did end up getting this 2-star, but it looks like there's just gonna be a little bit too much left on the backside of the space.
Yeah, this is a really highly spread out base. It's going to be tricky to finish off more than a few more structures here. We actually polled our friends over on Twitch, and they came in 2/3 of the respondents said that Resistance was the team that would take the win here. So they're considered to be on top. Now, Aphelion knows that they might be seen as underdogs, but with this successful defense right off the bat, I think that that's going to sway the odds a little bit more in their favor. 75% damage so far with this 2-star attack, not above the average of what we saw from our last two teams, but certainly enough to keep Resistance in contention.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're also seeing that Headhunter was not maxed out, so using just the level 1 right there, and Benji's going to come away with learning what's the value if you put certain troops like the heroes next to the clan castle or even the Eagle Artillery right there. But we're seeing now Joker coming in for Aphelion Esports, and we're seeing the next attack with the Super Witches, Woody.
Here they come. Super Witches got a 3-star in the previous war. Can they do it again? Only brought 4 of them this time, though, not the 5 that you sometimes see with these super heavy Super Witch attacks. We're going to be sending in troops along the top corner and the top left side to start off with. Remember, it's a Grand Warden walk is what we call this starting strategy here for Joker. You don't see it quite as often as the Queen walk, but it's at the Clash of Clans World Championship where these strategies first get tested and used at the top levels of play. Nice job there to the Barbarian King, dodging that Inferno Tower over on the left side corner. That'll be a nice boost for him. Oh, even though he loses some of his Barbarians to that Giant Ball.
Yeah, and looks like all these witches and the big boys are going to move their way straight into this town hall. Sweepers pushing the balloons back, which we're testing for seeking air mines. And here comes the Hogs out of the siege barracks. But look at what we have here. We have a Lava Hound and an Inferno Dragon, which is going to be defending, which is going to stall up this world champion super quick. And she's not going to be able to get as much value. That Eagle Artillery is going to be staying up on the bottom side. Oh, how unfortunate. He did drop that way too quick. Wow.
Inferno Dragon burns up that Royal Champion, and that is why it's so popular. Even though it's just come out into the game, it's a really great defensive troop to put into your clan castle here. This Archer Queen's having a lot of trouble getting burnt up by Infernos as well. Forces out the ability for her, and Joker is running into a huge wall of resistance on the backside of this base. Can't seem to make his way past this single target Inferno here at the bottom, and that's going to be just about the end of his attack. If you thought that the defenses for Aphelion Esport were looking good, Resistance has got some great base design as well. It's all about that practice, getting just the perfectly tweaked positioning for your attackers and defense setup, but defense definitely taking the game so far in these first 2 rounds.
Yeah, absolutely. These first 2 attacks, like you said, the defenses are key. We heard it in the interview. Defense is going to make the difference. They're still learning the new metas here, especially on offense. The best way to use these new troops, the Super Witches, the Inferno Dragon, and especially that head.
No one really knows how to go against it or how to properly use it. How do you guys feel that the new Headhunter is going to be used in these upcoming attacks?
To knock down heroes, of course. That's the best use, but you definitely want to incorporate her into an army where you have lots of troops that don't target onto enemy heroes. If you have things like balloons or miners or rather balloons or hog riders that go straight for enemy defenses, you want to have something that can target onto those heroes as well. That's a good role for the Headhunter to fill.
Yeah, the Headhunters are a great use. You can pretty much use it almost any attack nowadays, but we're looking at Atomic T coming in with the hybrid. It's more emphasis on the minor portion. 19 of them still has that siege barracks to use. Out comes some Headhunters there, and oh, wait a second, the Queen! Wow!
No.
Her ability went off, and the Headhunters took her down super quick, and now they move off of the healers, go straight to the enemy king there. But oh, how unfortunate.
Oh, that is the end of the attack right there, Carbon. You cannot lose that early, especially when you've committed so many healers to trying to keep her up. Atomic T has been devastated by these defenses, and he's going to be struggling just to get that 2-star over here on the left side corner. The miners are going in, and they will be able to target onto that Town Hall shortly thereafter, but this overall damage, don't expect it to be above average by any means. The Resistance has met up against a massive defensive win here by Isto. Aphelion Esports' defenses are very difficult to crack, and it's not going to come from this attack.
Oh, this Town Hall is still standing here. Let's see, it finally goes down, does end up getting the 2-star, but how unfortunate that Queen going down super early to the Headhunters in that clan castle. And this is going to be a very low percentage 2-star here, trying to get into this mid-60s. But oh, how unfortunate, Woody.
Yeah, finding giant bombs all around. Atomic T has just run out of luck with this first attack. Nice job at the early stages of planning, but the execution just didn't seem to go in his favor at any turning point. He does get 64%, so that's going to bring the average destruction for Resistance down a bit closer to the range where Aphelion is currently at. So giving a little bit of breathing room to Aphelion thanks to their defensive win here, but not going to be able to pull it off this time. Atomic T has been rebuffed.
Yeah, unfortunately right there, it's going to be the lower percent 2-star. But remember, it's going to come down to the stars here. So whoever is going to get that first 3-star or has the triple advantage will be advancing. So as long as your defenses are holding on each side here, just that one triple can make all the difference, Woody.
First team to get that 3-star up on the board. Stars are the determinant factor here. If you get the lead there, that's how you're going to knock down a win. Those 3-stars don't come easy, though. As we saw in the first war between Tribe and alternate attacks, it's really tricky to pull it off, and especially with a brand new meta game to have to try to figure out. But and
we're going to see more Super Witches coming in for Aphelion Esports. 4 of them to be exact. And let's see, he's going to come in with a little bit of a warden walk to kind of set that funnel. And then he's going to have a siege barracks, which we've been seeing a lot of hog riders coming out of the siege barracks. If you time it right, the hogs with the Royal Champion can do some nice work. But we saw problems if the defending Clan Castle is not pulled by that charge in. It can definitely slow it down or even completely stop the attack in its tracks.
Olm is your attacker now for Aphelion Esports. He was bragging before the match began, saying that he can 3-star bases blindfolded. So that really goes to show his confidence level in this hit. He plans really well and executes it to the best of his ability, using Super Witches to bolster this hit over on the left side corner, going straight for the Town Hall early on. The key targets that you got to worry about on the backside, though, are definitely going to be those heroes. He's got a centralized Eagle, so it should go down relatively early in this attack as soon as Olm can crash through this outer wall. He's going to pull that CC out, but he's got a lot of troops to help deal with that Lava Hound in the center. The Lava Hound doesn't deal a whole lot of damage on its own, but because it has so many hit points, it can really stall out these attackers and give the defenses enough time to get them down. It looks like with that poison spell right on top of those troops, though, I think Olm has got a good inroad into this base, Carbon.
Yeah, it's looking really solid here with the Queen moving into the core of this base, with the Grand Warden, with those Super Witches going down. That is a multi-target Inferno on the backside, pops that Queen ability. But the Royal Champion, she did go up, and the Hogs kind of avoided the top side there with the Tesla farm down south of a single target Inferno. He lost a lot of steam into the core of that base there. Unfortunate with the Hogs kind of veering off from the bottom side and not joining up and going towards with that Royal Champion. Some of the Witches are on the outside with those big boys. They're going to try to get and rack up more percentage, but with that single, it's going to be really difficult, and no healers. Oh, the healers do transfer back down south. But at this point, just looking to add up those percentage points.
Yeah, that one Super Witch wandering to the top side pulled the healers off of her, but she didn't have any tanking out in front to protect her from that scatter shot. Got taken down, and even though the healers are going to swap back to the original Super Witches down the bottom side corner, I don't think that's going to be enough firepower to finish off the rest of this base. 39 seconds left and still a quarter of the base untouched. Olm is finally making his way over here onto this right side corner, dealing as much damage as he can. Without any 3-stars this war so far, it is a lead for Resistance by 10% on that overall damage. So Olm is doing his best to catch up now, and he'll need a little bit more. I think he's actually past the point now where Aphelion will pull ahead in the overall damage with this 86% that he's got.
Yeah, looks like this Grand Warden was onto the King. He stepped up, and now he's getting hit by that King right there. And it looks like it's just going to wrap up right with that 86% 2-star for Aphelion Esports. Going to put them in the lead on percentage. It's all tied up on stars.
With a vengeance now, Trento is going to be the next attacker from their team.
Yeah, Trento for Resistance, looking to use that Valkyrie on the outside to help take down this gold storage with that wizard behind. Down is going to go help set up that funnel. And it does have 2 super wall breakers to help make this charge into the base with the Queen. He's going to come in with the hybrid. And typically, let's see, this Queen's going to try to charge in right into this cannon archer tower. And then second break into the scatter, or that's the scatter shot there, because then she'll be able to grab the enemy Queen, the Clan Castle, the Eagle Artillery. There's a ton of value right into there. And then between the Queen and the King, you would love to send your hybrid. But look at this. The Expos are on her. Past the pop, that ability uses the freeze spell. Uh-oh, that is going to back. I don't know if it's going to cause a lot of problems here if this Queen can stay up through the enemy Queen and that CC there.
Yeah, this is going to be a real tricky play for Trento to pull off, having already used that Queen ability to keep her alive early on. Didn't make use of those rage spells quite as early as you might have hoped to keep that Queen right on target, but still, he's going to be moving in as hard as he can. Drops that freeze and barely clips the edge there of that Archer Queen's hitbox. Freezes her up for a little while, but not buying a whole lot of time with a Lava Hound coming right out on top. This Queen charge has been an absolute fail, Carbon Finn.
Yeah, another Queen charge going straight down, getting taken out. Pops that King ability, and used that poison spell super early, which then he realized maybe he should have saved it for potentially what else came out of the CC, which ended up being another Headhunter and a Lava Hound. The miners are moving through, but the Hogs are passing these miners up, and here comes a Blimp right on top to go for the Town Hall because he needs to secure the 2-star. Let's look at, oh wait, the Blimp's going in, still hanging out of this Grand Warden Eternal Tome. He's pushing his way through, pops it finally now, and the Lava Pups are doing tons of work now. And can he get the 2-star at this point? He needs the percentage.
Brutal defensive win there for Ulm. Aphelion Esports are holding on to so many buildings, and yeah, it's a question at this point whether or not this is even going to be a 2-star. Throwing everything he's got, hurling his shield at these defensive structures. Trento finally passes that 50% mark and will get the 2-star, but this is going to be a big setback for Resistance, dragging down their overall percentage destruction. I'm seeing in chat a big oof on this one, Carbon Fin.
Yeah, unfortunately, another attack that falls short to that Queen charge, getting taken down. You have to prioritize that Queen and getting the value. And unfortunately, popping the Queen ability early, using that free spell, we would have loved to use it later in the raid, and that led to the attack going down right there. Very nice try from Trento, but still.
Safer for a high percentage 2-star hit. At this point, it's still up to either team to get that first 3-star strike. Aphelion has got their chance now with JC. JC is actually the most experienced player in this war lineup. He's a player who's been competing in ESL for a long time. He's actually at the ESL Mobile Open Season 4 finals, so he's someone who really can keep calm under really highly pressurized situations. Expect to see him go far in this next attack.
Yeah, and he's coming in with the Zap. Hogseer did take out that clan castle and the enemy queen. You have to be very careful placing your queen anywhere near any of the high value, including the Eagle, scatter shots, clan castle nowadays, because of the new lightning spell meta. And the queen, the wall wrecker, is going to take this town hall down right here, and out comes maybe Ice Golem P.E.K.K.A. We're going to see, no, just triple Ice Golems. Going to slow that town hall down, force that queen ability super early. And I'm thinking he wanted that queen to help take down the core scatter shot there. And look at that. Here comes the Hog Riders. They're moving in. Get ready for the Grand Warden, the Royal Champion, and one Headhunter to use as well. There it is, moving in.
Yeah, the P.E.K.K.A. Ice Golem have taken down the Town Hall, so the first star is claimed by JC. He's got some great defenses to go up against, though. Finally finishes off that enemy Royal Champion, and a big Grand Warden Eternal Tome to protect these Hogs as they're taking a massive amount of damage, spreading out probably a bit more than he was hoping for here. They really need to finish off that scatter shot over on the interior side there if they want to have any chance at all at 3 stars, knocking it down. But these Hogs are so spread that there's no way to keep this Grand Warden protecting all of them at the same time. No spells left in JC's arsenal to keep this party rocking on. So I think that we're just about rounding out to the last stage of this hit here, Carbon.
Yeah, unfortunately, he did use that free spell up top at the single target Inferno, which then the Royal Champion got taken down right to the left side over there. Now the King's going to help try to clear out the enemy King here, but unfortunately, the Hogs split in 2 different directions, and the Grand Warden could not cover and protect all of them there. Very nice try from JC, but this is where I'm seeing the Hog Riders. It's so difficult to go in with the Zap Hogs. We've seen a triple with them, but if you don't get that value, then all the cannons, the bomb towers, the giant bombs, ground skeletons, which is usually the meta, absolutely can do so much work, which the balloons wouldn't get hit by any of that, but they move a little bit slower. And the Hogs, I mean, they ended up getting the mid 70%, so 75% here. It looks like really nice try right here for Aphelion Esports. We're still waiting to see that first triple in this war.
Tricky start for both of these teams. Yeah, no triples yet. JC charged in on this bottom right side corner, asking, what did the 5 fingers say to the face? And slapped straight into Panadol's defenses. But that big pancake of a hit spread out his forces a bit too thin to get that puncture that you really need with those Hog Rider strikes to minimize oncoming defensive fire. JC with a high percentage 2-star here is going to keep Aphelion.
Resistance captain Panadol before this weekend, he did say if anyone can come in clutch for us, it is going to be TK. So we're obviously yet to see his attack yet. So that could be the one we're waiting for, Carbon.
Man, I'm waiting. I am excited to see. We still have 2 attacks from each side to go in, and they've been looking at this war and they're realizing we have yet to see at least a triple, and they'll have to answer. But here we go. We do have Panadol coming in with the hybrid as well, and we're seeing the classic hybrid. There aren't any of the new super troops. There's not any of the new lightning spells, so this is the classic hybrid going in, Woody.
Panadol once got a triple on attack using only his toes. It was an E-Drag attack, of course. But can he pull off a similar sort of victorious charge into this base set up by Joker? He's going to be going in with a ground force of 9 Hog Riders and 15 Miners as soon as he does the first stage of the attack along the outer edge here. That scatter shot is going to be a really important target for that Queen to go on to early in this raid. If she can make her way all the way to that enemy Eagle Artillery, this could give him a really good setup for the late stage of this attack. Headhunters are going down on defense, and it looks like Panadol's got a great setup so far, Carbon.
Yeah, the Queen's going to charge her way straight into the core. The thing is, she can't reach that air defense that's on the other side of that wall or that air expo. So he's going to have to start the hybrid relatively early to protect these healers as she walks right on by them, because she can grab the Eagle Artillery, the enemy Queen, and the Clan Council, which has already been taken out, but kind of help force the Miners and Hogs into the base, mainly the Miners, through the top, through the Town Hall. Here is there's 2 bomb towers on this side, and get ready for them to charge their way through. Grand Warden, maybe the Grand Warden can clip this Queen through. We'll have to see if the Grand Warden can get close enough. It doesn't look like at this very moment. No, the Queen steps around. There is a multi up in the middle, so that's fine on the Queen. No worries there, but watch out for the healers.
Flawless timing by Panadol, sends in that hybrid just in time to protect those healers. Not a single one went down to the air defense, but that multi-target Inferno on the backside is going to be burning them up. No longer will they be there to support this Archer Queen. She still has her ability that she can pop as soon as she needs to get a little bit more firepower out there, but the main stage of this attack is starting to get whittled down. The Hogs and the Miners are thinning out in their numbers as Panadol's last stage of the attack is trying to overcome these final walls. The Miners are dishing out a ton of damage along the exterior, but because they do not target onto enemy defenses, they are just going to get hammered away by this multi-target Inferno. He's got a few that are attacking in there, but a Tornado Trap is slowing them down a little bit. But this Royal Champion is dishing out a ton of damage. We might have our first 3-star, Carbon.
Yeah, Woody, this is going to be the 3-star. That multi-target Inferno is not doing really anything to the Royal Champion. And there we go. Resistance with the first 3-star of this. Talk about it. Aphelion Esports, they need to get the 3-star. We're taking a look at the replay with that Queen charging straight through the core, getting the value, and then the hybrid coming through the Town Hall. Now, Aphelion Esports have to answer with a 3-star to take the lead back.
Excellent job there to Panadol, starting to run low. Now pulling ahead, and Aphelion Esports is dying, and yet they live on. Punished, yet not killed. One of their last chances now to get back in the game is going to come from Isto. He's got a 7 Yeti army here with bowlers to back him up. Another really heavy ground-based comp that we saw a lot toward the end of last year. Still going to be storming in strong with those Yeti mites, dishing out a ton of damage to defensive structures wherever Isto chooses to deploy this army. Very likely along this bottom right side to go for that Town Hall and take advantage of this Grand Warden wall.
Yeah, coming in with the classic Yeti smash here with the 7 Yeti, 7 bowlers. And there is the quad Quake right through here, which means he doesn't have to use any of the wall breakers to break the outside wall. He's just going to charge his way through. He does have a blimp. Let's see, probably, yep, he's going to blimp right over. Get ready for the Grand Warden Eternal Tome to protect everything through here. There it is. The blimp's going through with a super, or the Inferno Dragon coming out of the defending CC. And down goes the Town Hall with the Rage coming down. Bowlers kind of split, but the Love Hound slowing this Queen down.
charging in the best they can, but the pop from that Lava Hound is really going to slow down that Queen along the outer edge. She's not in there to support the rest of the troops along the interior, but a big old Rage Spell is going to keep them nice and beefed up as long as they can continue throwing out those Yeti Mites. But he's starting to lose gas in this attack, Carbon Fin. A single target Inferno along the backside is still standing up, and that could cause a lot of trouble for any of the attackers that Isto is sending in there. A Royal Champion cruising along to the top side is about to get burnt to a crisp. At the bottom, this Queen is just having too much trouble. No healers to support her. These Yetis are just getting pulverized by bombs exploding left and right. Explosive defenses from Trento's Resistance are going to hold up, Carbon.
Yeah, this is going to be the defense right there. He was very delayed on the poison spell drop, and unfortunately, obviously, the pups, the Inferno Dragon took that Queen down super quick right there on the outside, and he just lost all the momentum in the core of the base. Has the balloon grabbing a little bit of percentage, but even though Aphelion Esports, they're gonna have percent right now, even they just have it by just a little bit. It's going to come down to if they can answer with a 3, because if Resistance answer with a triple, then that's going to be the game, because the Aphelion Esports won't be able to get enough stars. So it's going to come down and put pressure on, and we're going to have to see if they can do it. Man, it's going to come down to the final attacks here, Woody.
Yeah, Resistance will have the chance to get the walk-away win if they pull off a 3-star with their or with their 5th attack, rather. Their last one coming in from TK, that could be just enough to put them over the edge.
Especially within this particular war we have right now, that's one of the highest scores that we've had so far. But obviously, that 1-star extra from Resistance pulling away from Aphelion Esports. So Aphelion Esports really need to answer back with their own 3-star. Like you said, Woody, Resistance can walk away with this right here, right now.
Yep, they absolutely. Thanks, you talked about it before. You wanted to see TK go in, and here we go. Coming in with the Zap Lalo. We do see the Eagle, the Clan Council, and Air Expo, and the Queen all right next to each other in the middle of the space. Let's see if we can take all of it down and get all that value.
Setting the standards down under since Town Hall 9. TK zaps this base, and we'll get a ton of damage on the interior to start things off for this Lava Loon Strike. He's got 2 free spells and 3 haste spells to keep those balloons on target and going fast. You really want to pair them up with something that can get them going in for a fast strike, since they move so slowly. Brought 1 super wall breaker to help these heroes crack into the outer edge, but it's going to get a nice target on this enemy multi-target Inferno early on. Taking that down will give those balloons a lot better chance at victory in the final stage. The Sui charge with these heroes, though, has got to also try to get that scatter shot if possible. It can deal a ton of damage to balloons if they start to get clumped up. So definitely expect to see that Archer Queen ability forced out here pretty soon.
Yeah, that Queen's ability goes off. They're going to have to get through the enemy king. Unfortunately, he really wanted to get that scatter shot that's right there, but he still has the Stone Slammer to move in with 2 hounds. Typically, I've seen a lot of times being used with 3 hounds, but wait a second. So there is the Stone Slammer. That's going to go in and be responsible for grabbing the sweeper, the scatter, and moving its way towards the top. But I'm trying to see with the charge in, with the Lava Hounds moving their way through, and he's got the clear path through this Town Hall. You gotta wait for either the Town Hall gets damaged to be activated, or if the reach the 51%. Some balloons are moving up and around. He's taking his time here. There's the scatter shot. Watch out. Get ready for the Grand Warden Turtle Tome. 50%. He needs it. Town Hall activates. And beautiful. There is the Warden ability to protect everything. And now he needs to take the scatter down pretty quick with the Royal Champion up top.
Perfect timing to protect those balloons from that death damage bomb from the Town Hall, but he's out of Lava Hounds now, and those balloons are starting to get burnt up. And Inferno along the backside is not set to multi, so that should give a little bit of coverage here for TK. He has a ton of flying troops along the top side here to get a lot of cleanup, and whether or not this is a 3-star is yet to be seen, but it's looking pretty good. Even if he doesn't get it, though, this is going to be a really high overall percentage hit from Resistance, and it might be enough to put them over the top, Carbon.
It's going to be a 3-star. He has 1 free spell to use with the Royal Champion. Beautiful job. He's going to end up swagging the freeze. Doesn't need it. And Resistance comes away with another 3-star. There it is. Uses it in the core of the base. And beautiful Zap Lalo. And that Zap Lalo might even be the attack that we're seeing has a high and the Clan Castle all away from each other, because right there, he got incredible value.
Time to Clash is in the chat, spreading the hashtag TK hype. He's right there with me. And with that 3-star performance, Resistance will have the walk-away win off their 5th.
He's going in with the classic hybrid as well. We're seeing him using the power potion to boost up his troops and those heroes to get him maxed out, sending in the blimp straight away into the single target Inferno with the Yetis to help take that down, and pulls out 1, 2, 3, 40, almost, I think, is this like 45 archers in this clan castle? Oh my goodness, what, and a witch. Okay, there's so many archers. Well, he should be able to take it down with a poison, no problem here.
Yeah, really gumming up the works here. This Clan Castle comp can be deadly if you aren't running a poison. So thankfully for Roar's War, he did choose to bring a poison here. He's going to run into a little bit of trouble trying to pull that witch out at the backside, but I think that this Archer Queen's going to have not too much trouble taking her down, just stalling a little bit longer here. Roar's War, 45 seconds in now, is going to be moving in with these Hog Riders and Miners to support this Queen charge as soon as she can get this Town Hall engaged. Finishing off that 1st star will give a nice little inroad here for Roar's War, but I'm noticing some interesting gaps in the walls here that could make it easier for this Queen to kind of path around, but expect to see bombs and traps in those little spots if she does wind up going through those corner edges.
Yeah, Woody, the biggest reason why we're seeing those open walls by the Town Hall in any compartment is because of wall breakers. The wall breakers will not target that wall. If he connects those walls, then he can wall break it and charge directly in. But if you leave a corner at the very edge out, the wall breakers will go around, and it's going to be a nightmare to path your heroes into the base. So it's a really smart base design why you see those opening in the walls, because it can make it very difficult to predict and get your Queen into it. And you really have to invest a lot. And it's looking like this Town Hall is being avoided, and the Royal Champion's going to come in backhand to go for the Town Hall, and he needs to save it. There's a 49%, and the Skelly's slowing down the Royal Champion. He still has a rage freeze of the Town Hall, should be able to take it down with some Hogs, the Grand Warden, and the Royal Champion, but everything just fell short right there in the core, and the hybrid not going to be able to get it done.
Roar's War, using those heal spells early on, kept his troops nice and topped off, but as they started to spread out toward the backside of the base, were burnt up by Inferno Towers, Wizard Towers, shredding them and dealing a ton of splash damage all around. So nice attempt here, but the 3-star will remain elusive for Aphelion Esports. They'll be knocked down to face off against alternate attacks in that elimination round later today. So keep an eye out for that. Resistance triumphant in this first war. We'll be moving on against Tribe Gaming later on. So congratulations to Resistance for their victory here.
Yeah, beautiful performance, which means they're going to be done for the day. Resistance can take a breather. Aphelion Esports, like you mentioned, will be playing later for the survival to stay in it. But there it is. That Roar's War finishes with a 72% 2-star. Very nice, and the victory does go to Resistance in this war right here, Banks.
Nice, smooth 100% 3-star attacks apiece. So that's a really impressive workout for them, especially as Panadol mentioned to me that he felt like that Resistance were going to be the underdogs going into this, but managing to take Aphelion Esports out of the competition just for this small moment while they go up against alternate attacks in their losers bracket. So it's a pretty interesting map so far, and we're going to look at the attacks a little closer.